Hi friends, welcome to Java Google. Today what we are going to see is what is a variable, variable initialization, variable declaration, utilization, those kind of topics. So let's just have some oral knowledge on that before going for examples. Okay, variables. There are two types of variables in Java. Primitive and reference variable. Primitive is nothing but normal data type values, variables. We will see the data types here. Reference is nothing but an objects variable. We will discuss about objects, those kind of topics later. So let's just assume there are two types of variables now, primitive and reference. We are going to see about primitive. There are eight data types for primitive variables. That is byte, short, int, long, double, float, char, boolean. These first four, byte, short, int, and long, those things are for integer numeric variables, the integer. Then these double and float is for decimal values, character is for characters, boolean is for true or false. Variable declaration. What is variable declaration? Declaring a variable, that is there is a variable in this type, we are going to say to Java, that is known as variable declaration. Int student id, there is a variable called student id which is of type int. Then there is a variable named student height, std height, which is of type double. These are called variable declaration. And what JVM will do when it executes this line is it allocates a storage location for a student ID in integer type. That is, integer may contain 2 bytes or something. I don't know the exact memories, but it will allocate what its type is based on what its type is. Then variable initialization. That is, we already declared variable. We can initialize only the variables which are declared. That is, we declared student id here, right? So we can initialize student id to 12. That is student grade to 4.52, student grade to be, those kind of things are said to be variable initialization. Variable initialization is nothing but assigning a value to the variable. That is declared variable. Value type and the declared type must be same. See, if you are declaring a variable in int, you must give an integer value. You can't just give like this. In the previous example, we faced the same problem. String variable equal to 40 I declared and initialized. It is giving some compilation error. We can't just give like this. It is an integer variable, so we must give integer value. Okay. Variable utilization. Using the variable which is declared and initialized. It is nothing but we initialized this variable, but we didn't use any of this initialized variable, na. So we just use these in following steps in the program actually. Okay, let me just create a class, class class C. We just jumped out from our precious public static void main string args. Okay, the following step is said to be variable declaration. These lines, we'll just take these lines. This is said to be variable declaration. We just declared three variables. Then variable initialization. I'll take these lines. Now variable utilization. That is, I'm just gonna print. Uh, that is also utilization, right? System dot out dot println. I'm just gonna Copy and paste. 12, sorry, student ID, student height, student grade. CLSS okay, dot Java. Class C, there is no class C, right? Okay. Class C, public static void main. Okay. So we initialized, we declared, we initialized, and then we utilized. We will see what it's going to print. So it compiled successfully. Now we are going to execute this. See, it is printing student ID, student height, student grade. We'll just make sure ID is grade is height is. I'll just execute once again. Compile it. System.out.println. Oh shit. Okay. See, that's it. Student ID 12, student height is 4.2, student grade is B. This is said to be declaration, initialization, and utilization. Thank you.